In this lesson, we will learn to find the midline, amplitude, and period of a function. We have a function here, and we want to figure out what the midline, amplitude, and period of this function is. The midline is a line where half of the function is above it and half the function is below the line. And amplitude is how far the function goes above or below the midline. And the period of the function is how much do you have to have a change in x to get to the same point in the cycle of this function. First, we'll figure out what the midline is. To figure out what the midline is, we first have to identify the highest and lowest points of the function. In our function, the highest point is 5. And the lowest value is -1. So, what is halfway between 5 and -1? We could average it by using the formula y equals 5 plus -1 over 2, which is basically just finding the mean. Well, this equals 2, because 5 plus -1 equals 4 over 2 equals 2. So the midline equals 2. So if we graph the line y equals 2, we see that the midline is here. This is a line where half of the function is below and half is above. If we count how many units are above the midline, we will see that there is 1, 2, 3 above and 1, 2, 3 below. This is the amplitude, so the amplitude equals 3. Next, we'll find the period of the function. To find the period, we must identify a full cycle of the function. We must find one point and follow that curve, and follow this curve until we get to the same point where the coordinate is the same point of y. So we'll follow the curve until the y coordinate repeats itself in the same direction. So that is right here. They both have the y coordinate of 2. Once we find a full cycle, we're able to find the period, which is the distance between the x-coordinates. So the x-coordinate here is 0 and the x-coordinate here is 2 pi. So the distance between these two x-coordinates is 2 pi. So the period equals 2 pi. You now know how to find the midline, amplitude, and period of a function.